I'm going to tell a story because we'll go back several years. I don't remember how many years ago it was, but probably about the time I was empty nesting. No more kids at home, and I was still working full time, a lot of hours, but I thought, well, I have a little margin and there might be something out there that could use some volunteer help. And I found a website called Volunteer Match, and nothing jumped out at me. There wasn't things I could do with my job, but I subscribed to the email for that. And so then for the next, I don't know how many years, I kept getting these emails, and I got to a point where I never opened them. And in mid-September or so, I thought, I opened one. I opened one of those emails from Volunteer Match. And the very first thing in there was an urgent need for kitchen help at Southside Mission. And I love to cook, and I thought, that might be a good fit for me. But I didn't do anything with it right away. And it was midweek, some Wednesday or Thursday, I don't remember exactly, but the very next Sunday at church, we were doing a pre-service prayer, and our pastor Matthew, this was mission week. We had two couples, one that does mission work in Africa and one that does mission work in Mexico, speaking. And in the pre-service prayer, he said, I'm having a sense that someone is going to reach out and do some extra mission work, but it's local, which was a surprise because we were talking about mission work in other places. And I'm like, okay, that sounds like me, because the email I got was local and doing something extra. And I still was like, okay, is this really what I should be doing? And then on the end of service, he kind of repeated that. He's like, yeah, I just get this nagging feeling that somebody here is going to start something new that is mission work that's local. And I'm like, okay, God, fine. I need to do this. And so then I contacted Evan, to the volunteer coordinator, and got hooked up, and I started coming once a week. The second week I was here, we found out the chef had found a new position and was leaving. And one of the main volunteers that comes a lot was also leaving for some different mission work out of state. And it's like, yeah, there really was an urgent need to do something here. So I do feel like it's pretty impactful, and it's also pretty cool to see the people who need the food. The people who do come, I can tell they really need it. They really need something extra. This is, I think, another thing from God. That I just had this nagging feeling that we need to make shepherd's pie today for the soup kitchen. And I knew there was some ground pork in the freezer. And so I stopped at Walmart on the way here and picked up a few extras that I like to use when I make it. And, less than $20 to add to what we already had is going to feed 30 to 40 people. When I got here, one of the other volunteers who might have had something else planned wasn't here. And another volunteer was here, and she was trying to figure things out. And I said, I have an idea. And she's like, go for it. So that's what we're having for lunch today at Shepherd's Pie. One of the things that I've been trying to lean into is when you feel those nudges, just to lean into those nudges. And so if you feel a nudge to do something different, to do something, help somebody out, lean into it. That's what I would advise people to do is lean into it. If you like to cook, there's cooking that's happening here. If you like to do dishes, I don't like doing dishes, but I do them. It's like there's a lot of dishes to wash too as we prepare things. But I would just say whatever you're feeling a nudge to do, just follow the nudge. You never know what'll happen.